Hi, fifth graders. So this is going to be the lesson on how to write your conclusion for your Heroes project. As you can see from the chart, we have our questions done, the sources, note cards, organized the notes. We've written paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, and all of those lessons are on PowerPoints in the Heroes folder. And then yesterday, we did the introduction, and today we're gonna do the conclusion. So I know you already heard my paper once through, but I am going to do this just like you're gonna do it. So the first thing I want you to do before you write your conclusion is I want you to read your whole thing through, okay? And that's gonna give you like a sense of what you've got and how you need to wrap it up. So I'm gonna read mine all the way through with my introduction. I've got all my pages. I'm sure you've heard of the great musician Stevie Wonder, but how much do you really know about him? Stevie Wonder was a musician popular in the 1960s through today. He was also a humanitarian. He once said, "We can end extreme poverty in our lifetime because together we can work it out and we will reach our higher ground." Stevie Wonder became a musician at a young age, inspired many people with his music, and helped others through activism and charities. Stevie Wonder had a big family and a natural talent despite his challenges. Stevie Wonder was born on May 13th, 1950 in Saginaw, Michigan. His original name was Stevland Hardaway Junkins. He was the third of 6 children by Lula Mae Hardaway and Calvin Junkins. Wonder was born 6 weeks early with a condition called retinopathy of prematurity. He got too much oxygen in his incubator, which caused his blindness. Stevie Wonder moved from Saginaw to Detroit as a small child. He sang in his church choir in Detroit, and he also taught himself to play piano, harmonica, and drums by age 10. With his strong family and musical gift, it is no surprise that Stevie Wonder entered the music industry. Next paragraph. Stevie Wonder's musical career began at a young age and has spanned decades with numerous hits and albums. Stevie Wonder met Ronnie Williams from The Miracles and Barry Gordon Jr. from Motown Records when he was 11 years old. Motown called him Little Stevie Wonder. He made 2 albums and had the hit single Fingertips Part 2 when he was 14 years old. He then started writing songs for other singers like Ray Charles. Stevie Wonder made 23 studio albums, 4 live albums, 11 compilation albums, and 3 soundtrack albums throughout his music career. On the Billboard music charts, he is number 8 on the list of 100 artists with the most #1 hits. Wonder worked hard and achieved so much in his music, but he also focused on humanitarian acts and charity work. This is my 4th paragraph. Stevie Wonder dedicated his life to civil rights, helping those with disabilities and raising money for charities. Stevie Wonder met Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at a rally when Wonder was 15 years old. When MLK was killed 3 years later, Wonder fought for decades to make his birthday a national holiday. He wrote the song Happy Birthday to celebrate MLK. Stevie Wonder served on many committees, including President's Committee of Employment of People with Disabilities, Children's Diabetes Foundation, Junior Blind of America, and Wonder Vision Awards program. He also raised funds for Paralympics, AIDS, and the end of apartheid, and for blind children. President Obama awarded Wonder the Gershwin Award for Lifetime Achievement and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. As you can see, Stevie Wonder is a true hero who brings joy through music and helps others. Okay, and here's my, now I'm gonna get ready for my conclusion paragraph, okay? So the first thing you wanna do with your conclusion paragraph is restate your thesis. So you're gonna write the exact same thing that you had for your thesis and your intro. And for me, that was Stevie Wonder became a musician at a young age, inspired many people with his music, and helped others through activism and charities. So I have that as my restatement of my thesis right there. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to write for your conclusion, because you really want to remind your readers that those were the big points of your essay. Were those 3 big points about their early life, their later life and career, and why they're a hero. Then you are going to just kind of summarize the most important points or facts in your in your body paragraph, okay? These are very simple summary sentences. So what I decided to do was I just took like the main idea of each of my paragraphs. So Wonder learned a lot about music at a young age. He had a successful music career, and he participated in many organizations and charities to help people facing challenges. So that's exactly what I put. So Wonder learned a lot about music as a child. He then had a successful music career. While making all this music, he also led and participated in many organizations and charities to help people facing challenges. And then the last part, the closing statement, is going to be something that you're going to leave the reader with. So you could ask a question, make a suggestion, make a call to action. So you're talking about a hero, so you could kind of call other people to be heroic. That would be something that you could do too. It's just something to leave them thinking, okay? So I summarized mine and closed mine up by saying, I admire Stevie Wonder for what he has overcome and for the selfless acts he has done for others. We should all be like Stevie Wonder. And then I was like, that's kind of a weird way. So I said, we should all be selfless like he is. So I decided to put that. Okay, and again, I'm not like super happy with this closing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it down so I have something, and then I will tune it up later. So my closing paragraph restates my thesis and then kind of summarizes, has a few summary statements. Again, it's kind of like the glue that glues together the thesis and the closing statement. And then I leave my reader with something to think about. So Stevie Wonder became a musician at a young age, inspired many people with his music, and helped others through activism and charities. Wonder learned a lot about music as a child. He then had a successful music career. While making all this music, he also led and participated in many organizations and charities to help people facing challenges. I admire Stevie Wonder for what he has overcome and for the selfless acts he has done for others. We should all be selfless like he is. So that is my last paragraph. And I think I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences in that paragraph. So yours might be a little bit shorter, but 6 sentences is a great meaty paragraph. Okay? So that's your closing. So I want everybody to get to the point where they have their whole essay, and then next week we're going to spend some time so that you can be typing, and I'm going to focus a little bit more next week on the PowerPoint if you're doing the PowerPoint while everybody else is typing up their essay, and then we'll start talking about the timeline and about the author and the fun facts. We'll start talking about that after we do those things next week. So keep going, and remember that if you want to ask us any questions about the Writing Heroes Project, you can email us anytime. You can email us through Schoology, or you can just email us in our emails that we put in the letters to your parents every week. The other thing that you could do is you could come on Mondays and Wednesdays to the Teams meeting that starts at 10 o'clock, and you can ask us questions then. And we're happy to help you with it. Okay? See you next time.